Hello, welcome to another week two game, or week two cross group game. This one is between the Minnesota Mamoswine and the Mr. Diddy's Smoliv Oils. Now, both teams here are pretty much guaranteed to be in the finals, but like the one between Mezagoza and the Clawitzers, or the Tel Aviv Clawitzers, I should say. They still want to be the highest seed possible, as top two seeds get a bye for a quarterfinals match, and the top one seed gets to choose their semifinals opponents, so whoever they believe they have a better matchup into. So both teams will be playing as best as they can. Minnesota Mammoth being the top seed of Group B, and the Small Oils being seed 2 of Group A. So this is sure to be a pretty good match. Let's get it started. In terms of teams, seems pretty standard for both. I don't see any standout picks. Rotom Mo, I don't think is the most common pick here. But I mean, we've seen Seb Strika is like an odd pick in general, but that thing has been sweeping teams. So we'll see if it also does that this game. So yeah, for the lead for the Minnesota Mamoswine will be Zeb Strika with Murkrow Support. Iron Bundle, probably supported, but you never know with that. Coming out to support GU. See booster energy speed on the Iron Bundle. It is going to immediately swap to Excadrill though, fearing Zeb Strika shenanigans. Does go for Thunder into that slot, hitting Excadrill doing nothing. Its Overheat is going to pick up a KO even in the rain. Zeb Strika is not that tanky. And so, yeah, Wellspring will come out taking advantage of the rain still, as Tyranitar is going to actually set that to Sand to help Excadrill here. Tailwind coming out. Ivy Cudgel, so yeah, Ogerpon is still faster than Excadrill. This does make sense. So Excadrill lives on with its Focus Sash and is going to X-Scissor the Wellspring, doing a lot of damage, but it is going to hang on here as Ivy Cudgel's Tyranitar now. Just, spread out some damage. Rock Slide is going to come out here, though. Not picking up a KO on the Ogerpon is a little rough. Crow will KO Excadrill. And yet, Tyranitar will retaliate with another Rock Slide to KO the Wellspring and Murkrow. Putting this to a 3v2 with Iron Bundle and Chiyu still in the back, so that's going to be a pretty tough Pokemon to get through. Landorus is going to come out to intimidate that Tyranitar. Oh, it's actually a 1v3. My bad, I forgot Zipstrika immediately died. Yeah, and that's really rough. You don't KO Iron Bundle, who can hit you with a 4 times effective move. Although I'm honestly surprised a little bit. I don't think there was a Terra on the Mamoswine side. I feel like you have to Terra there, because Landorus might be able to beat Chiyu. Possibly. I don't know. Perhaps the Terra just wasn't good against Iron Bundle. Maybe it was like Terra ground for offensive. It doesn't matter at that point. Yeah, we'll go to our second game. And here we are with our second game. It was well played on both sides. I usually like to give some advice or possibly my thoughts between each match. The weather immediately being reset was pretty bad. Living with Focus Sash, I mean, you have to expect that. I feel like the main thing was just letting Zebstrika die turn 1. They have uh, a electric resist and an electric immunity in the back with Zebstrika, who we know likes to run choice specs from previous matches. You have to be really careful what moves you collect, especially, there's a water type. They have electric immunity in the back, which they love to bring. You just have to be really thinking about that. Um, and then, you let one of your Pokemon die, and now you're disadvantaged against a very, very strong lineup. You just can't allow that to happen. Also, no Terra, and Terra is pretty valuable. So, yeah, we'll get started with our second game here. See what the leads are. It's going to be Indeedee and Ogerpon Wellspring, with Excadrill coming out, and Rotom Mo. Psychic Surge, of course, will be put up, and it is Psychic Seed Indeedee to raise the special defense. Excadrill will immediately Terra to Dark as Spiky Shield comes out, so possibly a waste of a Terra. Will-O-Wisp going into Ogerpon, not going to do anything. It does Swords Dance, though, as Indeedee sets up Reflect. So yeah, Landorus T will come out to drop the attack of Excadrill. It will get burned though, which It's not going to appreciate that one too much. X's are going into Diddy, doing quite a bit of damage. But living because of that Reflect, probably. And Light Screen coming out. No, it's not like Clay, though, so only 3 turns left of Reflect. Tyranitar will set up the Sand, which will also help Landorus here, but will most certainly help the rest of the team. X's will KO Indeedee, as Lando T goes for U-turn, which does crit. It's a very important crit there, I would think. As Wellspring swaps in, takes some Sandstorm Chip, and Landorus comes out again to reset, extra neutral, and drop the attack of Tyranitar. Here's the Terra now of Wellspring, putting it to a pure water type, Helping Hand coming out into Excadrill. Moving for X's are no longer super effective, it's not actually doing a ton of damage. As Ivy Cudgel will pick up the KO on Tyranitar. Is this U-turn or some rock move? It is going to be the rock move into Excadrill. So 2v3 now, and it is actually 2v3, I didn't get it wrong. Sandstorm and Burn Chip doing a little bit of damage. As Iron Bundle and Rotom Mow will have to take care of this. Now, Norman does have Freeze Dry, which is pretty good against both the Pokemon on the field here. It will Freeze Dry, but Light Screen is going to reduce that damage by a lot. Not enough for Leaf Storm to not take the KO, though. So Prawn Wellspring is down, therefore the Terra is down. Rock Slide coming out doing not as much as you hope because of that burn. Sandstorm slowly chipping away at everything, as well as the burn. And it is going to be Iron Crown with Booster Energy that comes out. Icy Wind will hit, just barely not picking up the KO. Light Screen once again saving the Landorus here, but Leaf Storm is going to go into it to pick up the KO. I don't think that crit mattered too much. And Expanding Force will take out Iron Bundle. So it is Rotom versus Iron Crown. It's going to be a little rough to win this, especially when your Leaf Storm is doing it 10% because of your special attack drops. And yeah, Expanding Force is just going to pick up the KO with that special attack boost. So yeah, that'll be game 2 going to the Minnesota Mamoswine. Alright, here we are at game 3. And those screens from Indeedee just really saving multiple Pokemon on the Mamoswine side, as well as, just not dying turn 1 immediately, certainly helped. Just having options to switch, Landorus 2 was able to come in twice to reset the attack on Excadrill, so it wasn't doing nearly as much with X-Scissor, tearing into water to avoid that. All just like very good plays. And it still was a very close game, so we'll see how both teams try and pull this off. We've seen pretty much everything on the Minnesota Mamoswines. We haven't seen Hitmontop come at all, so I wonder if he'll be coming to this match. He's a very good support, so we'll see. There's going to be a Murkrow, so a Tailwind lead once again with Zebstrika, so is it going to be that Chi-Yu? It's going to be Rotom Mow with Hitmontop. So yeah, Hitmontop with the field Intimidate. I mean, it does have Brave Bird, so I guess it is helping a little bit. Volt Switch, everyone forgets about Lightning Rod on Zebstrika, so it's not going to do anything as it picks up the Overheat KO on Rotom Mow. So not a great start for the Smoliv Oils as Brave Bird goes into Hitmontop doing quite a bit of damage. And Hitmontop is going to go for Ice Spinner into Murkrow, just barely not picking up the KO. As Iron Bundle hits the field with Core Type Speed, so it's going to be faster than Zebstrika here. So it goes for Icy Wind, crit killing Murkrow. That crit might have mattered, and the speed drop might also matter if... Oh, well, no, it doesn't matter. Zebstrika is still faster than Hitmontop, going to pick up the KO on Iron Bundle. Life Orb is shown, so it's actually not even choiced. Close Combat is going to pick up the KO, putting us to a 2v2. So... Oh, and a Jackpot's going to swap it out, actually resetting those stat drops, which is really nice. And you get an Intimidate on whatever comes in here. Except, of course, Hitmontop's going to have to come out against Iron Crown and Indeedee. So a very good Pokemon to have in the back. Intimidate's not going to do much here. There's the Booster Energy special attack. So it's can Chi-Yu break this as it tears into Flying, interestingly enough. And Terra Water on the Iron Crown. Follow Me comes out. As Dark Pulse is I think I was targeting that slot anyway, possibly, to instantly KO. And eating Terra Blast, just barely not picking up the KO on a Chi-Yu. That's really bad. You needed Chi-Yu dead here. Dark Pulse is going to hurt. As Protect comes out. I mean, honestly, I don't think Protect's doing much here. Yeah, they're just going to double attack into you. You just need to hope to survive this Dark Pulse, do enough damage. Dark Pulse doing 78. Ooh, that's not good. I'm not sure you live. Oh, and going for Hitmontop. Yeah, this Chiyu is faster than you, so I think this is just game, as another Dark Pulse will come out. Yeah, I think you had to go into the Chiyu there and just pray you somehow live on top. Attack. Is it likely? No. Yeah, unfortunately, Chiyu just does an incredible amount of damage. But yeah, that'll give the game to the Smoliv oils. 2-2-1.